Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Yet another nice and fun project in front of us. I will be using this Vision watercolor paper, 100% cellulose watercolor paper, and I do find it to be great for some practices and also for making cards. Also, I will be using this Academia from Fabriano watercolor paper. This one is a little bit thinner paper, and also I do like to use it for some fun projects. I will also be using this paper cutter, scissors, some tape, and also some paper that I got left over from stickers, brush larger round, and some ink pens. I did cut into half that smaller Vision watercolor paper that I will be using to make the upper part of my cards. Now, just moving on to the best part, I think, the most fun part maybe. Well, everything is fun, but this is super cool. I am using now Academia watercolor paper, and I did just sprinkle it with a clean water, then on top adding some yellow and then adding some pink color. I will later on also add a little bit of the green. Here, this is something that you can just do whatever you like. You can use any color you like, in any way, any shape you like. Just do whatever pleases you, and this is what I'm doing. I'm just having so much fun adding some colors, topping them in, then splattering some colors. And I picked up this board, placed my paper onto it just to dry it, and it was halfway dry when I added a couple of more splatters that I did not want to mix in with all the rest of the colors. Then dry it completely, turn it around, and put some heavy books on it to make it a little bit more flatter. It wasn't perfectly flat, but that is something that really doesn't bother me. So now I just got my pencil. You can use any pencil you have to draw in the shapes that I will cut from my background. I'm just looking where to place my flowers, where those textures are the nicest and most soothing for my flowers. So just adding there those sketches. Afterwards, I just cut them with the scissors. And again, I just wanted to tell you that you can use any shapes of the flowers you like. You don't have to do the same thing as I did. Now, on that half of the Vision watercolor paper, I splattered some clean water, then splattered some yellow and then some pink. And this time I do not want a lot of textures, a lot of color on my papers, just a little bit, just to add some background. And also I decided to do the border, the edging, just again with that yellow, and I'm not painting the entire edge, just here and there adding some color. Now I picked up this, just a paper. This is a printing paper that you can fold into the half, and on it place your card, but just make it a little bit thicker paper, not really that thin for printing, but just a little bit thicker paper. I think mine is, I'm not sure, maybe something like 120, 30, something like that, GSM. And then gluing my flower shapes onto it, and with ink pen I'm just adding some borders, some shades, and some details to my flowers. And you can again do those details, those doodles, as you like. If you want to go over the borders, over the edges of your flowers, that is also fine. Just have fun, add the doodles as you like. This is, I think, Etchr ink pen from something like a 03, and it's not very thin, but it's also not very thick. Second flower for me was a rose, and I did drew those stems on my papers. I really didn't cut the stems, and just I do believe that's very nice, that interaction of the foreground paper and the background paper. And also you don't have to glue it with just a regular school glue. You can glue it with that foam glue to make it stand up a little bit more, to make it something like a 3D. So that's also an idea that you can, if you do have that glue, that is something that you can use. Also, I decided to to do a couple of leaves, to sketch a couple of leaves for my flowers. And then I wrote in the text. For the text, of course, as always, I'm just saying you can write any text you like. You don't have to use the same text as me. This is a card for any occasion, so just write what is suitable for your card. Now I've picked up that paper, the second half of my paper, and then painted in the background using the same colors as before, yellow, green, and pink. Added some splatters and then dried that completely. Now on the paper that I got left over from the stickers, that is something like a foil paper, glued some of the masking tape. This is just again regular masking tape used in for constructions, not really anything special. Drew on it a couple of leaves, then cut those leaves and glued them on the paper. That's something that I lately do a lot when I do have simple shapes. I use masking fluid to mask my papers because that is something that I do believe most of you have available. Maybe you don't have a masking fluid and don't want to use masking fluid. I find this to be quite simple. So I did glue it onto my paper, but before gluing it, I just sticked it slightly onto my clothes to make it a little bit less sticky. Then added some of the borders on one side of those leaves, a couple of splatters in, again, green, in pink, and also a couple of splatters in dark brown. Dried it all and then added a little bit more of the details, a little bit more splatters, and a little bit more of the shadows. Also added some edging with that yellow. Afterwards, I dried that completely, and now that it is dry, I removed that tape, and with ink pen, same ink pen I used from the previous card, I did drew some of the doodles. And again, those doodles can be as you like. You don't have to do leaves here. You can do also flowers here, or maybe hearts, or whatever shapes you like. And also wrote in some text, well, something that it can be used for, again, any occasion. And with that, I'll be finishing off this tutorial, this video. Fun idea again for the cards. And yes, I forgot, I did add a couple of splatters with this gold color to add some of the shine to my cards. And now with that, I'll be finishing off. Thank you guys a lot for watching. I hope you do like this card idea also. Write in a comment if you do like it. If you don't like it, also write in a comment. And if you do like it, hit the like button, share it. And if you haven't still, please do subscribe to my channel. That really means a lot to me. And well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!